Welcome to the Staffordshire Worcestershire Canal. It's a beautiful evening and I thought I'd come for the last hour or so, and the boats have died down. I've just arrived and I've already had a couple pass through. However, my floats started to dip as well. So if I can catch fish, what's happening as far as the boats are concerned isn't a problem. There's one going through a lock just now, that's some distance to my left. The float isn't moving now though. However, I think it might be. Is it? Isn't it? I think it could be. Let's go. Oh yes. And no wonder I didn't get a definite bite as such on that one, because it is a small fish and it's a roach. I think I'll just about be able to hold that one up there. Second cast and a second fish, another roach. I'm float fishing, and that's the float when it steadies itself. It's a Drennan, a small waggler, 4-pound Maxima chameleon, and that goes right through to a size 14 Drennan super specialist hook with a couple of white maggots. And I often talk about the little anchor shot, and that's particularly important at the moment with boat traffic still taking place. Hopefully though, this one that's just gone through the lock to my left will be the last one of the evening. Not that I'm after the Violins and the Sympathy, but I haven't been fishing for 2 days, just stating that as a fact. Been quite busy with work. In fact, a game between the New Saints and Glentoran. We played in Ireland last week, Northern Ireland, Belfast 1-1, then back to Parkhall, 2-0 victory for TNS. But European games are always very, very busy indeed. And because we've qualified for the second round, qualifying round of the UEFA Europa Conference League, we'll be in Lithuania in a few days' time. So I'm back in tomorrow for my COVID test, the day afterwards travelling, and then 3 days in Lithuania itself. I'm hoping to get a session in today, obviously, and tomorrow, and then apart from that, it'll be when I get back home. I'm getting another bite though. Strike into that one. That's a better fish, I think. Actually, it was initially, because the float did go, but the fish has evaded the hook. I'll be back. And in its place, which made me think it was a good one, is this massive branch. So, maggots are still okay. Tell you what, I'm just gonna cast out again. I'm fishing in the boat channel. You've seen my setup there. I've got a 12 feet graze rod and a small Shimano reel. I'm in the boat channel. I'm putting out brown crumb and maggots. And I've had a busy few minutes since I arrived. 2 roach and 1 branch. After small roach activity, I've got a firm enough grip on it though. It's a perch, still small, but definitely bigger than the roach that I've been catching. My blog is always evolving, and the latest experiment that I'm doing is with the videos. I'm still putting them on YouTube, but not making them public, putting them as unlisted, and then posting them on my website with the blog entries, so you can still access them that way. No doubt I'll probably not get as many views that way, because some people just go straight onto the YouTube channel and don't go by the website. But, and I think this is important, if you are blogging or vlogging or whatever you do, you have to make sure that it's always something that you're comfortable with. It doesn't eat into your time too much. You could have a dozen or more social media platforms that you share everything on. You've got your blog, you've got your YouTube or whatever site you use to host your videos on, and before you realize it, oh, I haven't been fishing for 2 days because of work, but I haven't been fishing for 2 days because I'm too busy on my blog. You have to get that right balance that suits you. So for me, not stopping the videos, but just putting them on that one place. And the website for me, my site, has always been the mothership as far as my blogging adventures are concerned. I think the boats might have stopped, but I've got some canoes coming through now. That's normally what you see on the middle River Severn. You don't see too many on this canal, but I guess it might be a thing for the future because it seems quite a popular thing and growing as well. There is most definitely a lot to be said for getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. You can pretty much have the canal to yourself at that time. Or of course when it's raining, that's always a good one. If you want the canal, the river, the pool to yourself, just go. When the heavens open, there's a downpour, every rain forecast, you can pretty much guarantee that you'll have the place to yourself then. One thing you may have noticed on this video and on others as well, the videos of a similar nature, is that I've been filming one clip to the right of me and the other one to the left. Not only does it help to break up the angles that the footage is coming from, but also when I'm editing it afterwards, it's much easier to spot when you've gone from one clip to another, because I use iPhone iMovie to do my editing, so it's much easier to follow the timeline and then realize you're on the next clip and then go back slightly. So it is practical as far as editing's concerned, but also I think it looks better coming from one angle and then the other. I've been catching lots of roach, perch, and now a gudgeon.